the faster intro. This morning we're going to be doing another shave review on Wild West Shaving Company Gin and Tonic. Focus. There we go. So, last review I did was on one of their soaps. It was the Doc Holiday, which was a mulled apple cider. This is obviously Gin and Tonic. So it carries with it notes of juniper berry, coriander, grapefruit, black pepper, bergamot, and amber. I will state that when I opened this up, I was kind of excited. Not that I'm a huge gin and tonic fan, but you know, it matches with one of the frags I have, which is the Penhaligon's Juniper Sling. But wanted to smell what their take was on it, and so I lifted the puck up to my face, opened it up, and yes, we're still having the same issues with the puck. It's still this tiny little thing. So lifted the puck up to my nose and smelled it, and didn't know what I smelled. It almost smelled like a chlorine puck, you know, like a muted. So chlorine pucks are very, very. It's a very strong smell, but it kind of smelled like your body when you get out of a chlorine pool. And immediately closed it up and went, "Oh man, that's bad." So I came back to it last night and I'm smelling it and I get the same smell. It's like that plasticky, chlorine, chemically smell. And then I went right back to it, and all of a sudden I started catching the different notes, the grapefruit, you know, so what I think I'm smelling is, I think the combination of the juniper berry and coriander gives off a real plasticky smell. This has been blooming. I just dumped the bloom water in the bowl, and it changes, and the rest of the notes really start coming out. So I'm going to correct something that I said in the last video. They're not based out of Wyoming. They're based out of Oklahoma. Wild West Shaving Company is. Yeah, look them up, www.wildwestshavingco.com. All right, the rest of the, so we're going to be using that soap combined with a Paladin. So, focus. There it is. So a Paladin Jade Clio, it's 26 millimeter, and then the razor for the day is going to be my Heljestrand Mk 31. All right, this is my second and newer to me, two that I have. Sorry, I had something in the scales and needed to get out. So, all right, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to strap up the razor, get the lather going, and we'll be right back to do the shave. All right, thanks. All right, now that my whiskers are nice and fully hydrated, let's this razor strapped, of course. Let's get into the shave. So, lathering is very similar to the previous soap, Doc Holiday. Real beautiful lather. It gets created. However, the size of the puck is an inhibitor. I'm not going to go too much on. I'm not going to rail too much on that today. One thing I did mention in my written review, the last one, that might mitigate that. I said this in my conclusion, is if this is it's not too much of an issue, get a spare tub, buy 2 pucks, because it's only a 2-ounce puck, and throw them both in there. So the other thing I didn't go over in the last video on Wild West Shaving Company is the majority of their pucks outside of their reserve line, their private reserve, are 2 ounces. So these are small pucks. And they're priced very reasonably at $6.99 generally. Again, the private reserve line comes, I believe, in 3.5 ounce pucks, 3 or 3.5 ounce jars, like this. This is Elisa's, but it's the same jar. And they cost a little bit more. They're constantly running sales. Now, enough about that. Getting a nice lather here, maybe a little dry. Let's throw some water in there. There we go. Now we're getting a nice sheen to it. Make a good bed for the razor to play around on. The other thing that was off was, so that it had a score of 49.5. My math is obviously real good, because the scores it earned didn't add up to 49.5. But to 50.5. So it's a good soap. Very good soap. And quite honestly, if the packaging was better, it would be an absolute elite level soap. If you take the packaging out of it, it performs just about up there with the Holy Cow Donkey Milk. Not quite as good as Declaration Grooming, but it's close. So it's not as good as Moisturize for me. It's not as moisturizing a soap as, say, Declaration Grooming or Ariana and Evans goat milk formula. So, alright, I'll be back for my wrap-up review on the scent. One thing I didn't go over is strength of scent coming off the tub and coming off the puck, or coming off the lather. So I'll go over that when I get back, guys. Alright, see you in a moment. Alright, guys, we're all done with the shave using the Wild West Soapworks, Shaving Company, excuse me, did it again, Wild West Shaving Company Gin and Tonic. So I did forget to list the ingredients. They're almost identical to the previous soap, but here they are. There is one additional ingredient, and that is, let me make sure I got this right, sodium borate at the very end. So they added a tiny bit of sodium borate for whatever reason. Performance-wise, it performed just great, just like I said to the shave. One thing I didn't talk about was strength of scent and what happened once it was lathered. So strength of scent off the tub, or off the puck, I should say, it's probably a 2 out of 5, if that. However, once lathered up, and you did start to get some of the extra notes off the puck, but once lathered up, it went down to about a 1 out of 5, maybe less, and it really kind of disappeared. Which honestly, if it was going to have that plasticine smell or that chemically smell, I'm all right with it disappearing. I really didn't get much of it through the shave, and to be quite honest, that's fine. Performance though is good. It does score a 50.5. Excuse me. It does score a 50.5, which puts it above SV. Stepanifitio Veracino 4.3. And it puts it just below Holy Cow Donkey Milk for an overall score. And again, this got killed on packaging. If it scored another 1.5 on packaging, so if it got an 8.5 instead of 7 on packaging and lathering, this would be an equivalent soap to Holy Cow. And if it scored a perfect 10 on lathering, then you'd be looking at it'd be just a smidgen shy of Declaration Grooming. So you're looking at a 53.5, and Ariana and Evans is a 54, and Declaration Grooming is a 54.5. So that wraps up the shave here, guys. You can find Wild West Shaving Company at their website wildwestshavingcompany.com or wildwestshavingco.com. And if you haven't checked us out at the Shaving Cadre, come on by www.theshavingcadre.com. We got member-driven videos, so a bunch of other members are creating videos, and we're filling up the site with some great tutorials, reviews, shaving vlogs, life vlogs, as well as the forum itself. We have the journals section. We have talk about just about anything on there. So come on by, check us out, and hope to see you on there. Take care. Bye.